story. The story of the Lion King begins beneath a vast golden sky, where the sun rises over the Pride Lands and life moves in perfect rhythm. From the tallest peak of Pride Rock to the farthest edge of the grasslands, every creature plays a role in the circle of life. This is a land governed not by fear, but by balance, respect, and ancient tradition. At the center of this world stands King Mufasa, a ruler whose strength is guided by wisdom and whose roar carries both authority and compassion. His reign represents harmony, where predators and prey coexist because the laws of nature are honored, not abused. The birth of Simba, Mufasa's son, is celebrated across the Pride Lands as a symbol of hope and continuity. Presented to the kingdom at Pride Rock, Simba is destined to inherit not just a throne, but a responsibility far greater than he can imagine. As a cub, Simba sees kingship as freedom and adventure, believing it means doing whatever he wants. Mufasa gently teaches him that being king means protecting the balance of life and respecting all creatures, great and small. These lessons are meant to prepare Simba for leadership. But they also make him vulnerable, because his desire to prove himself blinds him to danger. Watching from the shadows is Scar, Mufasa's brother, whose heart is filled with envy and resentment. Scar believes the throne should have been his, and Simba's birth shatters his final hope of power. Unlike Mufasa, Scar does not believe in the circle of life. He sees leadership as control and strength as dominance, using manipulation rather than force. Scar begins weaving a web of lies designed to destroy both Mufasa and Simba. He exploits Simba's innocence and curiosity, luring him into dangerous situations under the guise of bravery and courage. Scar's betrayal reaches its darkest moment during the wildebeest stampede. In a carefully orchestrated trap, Simba is placed in mortal danger. Mufasa rushes to save his son, displaying the ultimate act of a father's love. Though he rescues Simba, Mufasa is betrayed by Scar, who murders him without mercy. This moment shatters Simba's world. Scar then delivers his cruelest blow by convincing Simba that Mufasa's death was his fault. Overwhelmed by guilt and fear, Simba runs away from the Pride Lands, believing he has destroyed everything he loved. Simba's exile marks the loss of rightful leadership, and the Pride Lands suffer as a result. Scar claims the throne and invites the hyenas into the kingdom, promising them endless food and power. Under Scar's rule, the balance of the circle of life collapses. The land becomes barren, prey disappears, and hunger spreads. Scar's reign reveals a powerful truth. Leadership without responsibility leads to destruction. The Pride Lands, once full of life, become a reflection of Scar's corrupted heart. Far from home, Simba collapses in the desert, weak and broken. He is saved by Timon and Pumbaa, two unlikely heroes who offer him friendship without judgment. Through them, Simba learns the philosophy of Hakuna Matata, a way of life that avoids pain by ignoring the past. Free time. Simba finds peace in laughter and simplicity. He grows into a strong adult lion, but his heart remains burdened by guilt. Though his body matures, his destiny remains unfulfilled because he refuses to confront who he truly is. The turning point in Simba's journey comes when his past returns to find him. Nala, now a fierce and determined lioness, seeks help beyond the Pride Lands. When she reunites with Simba, she is shocked to see how much he has changed, yet saddened by how much he has forgotten.
8.
She tells him of Scar's cruelty and the suffering of their homeland. Simba resists, still believing he is responsible for Mufasa's death. His fear of facing the past keeps him trapped in exile. Gadons arrives in the form of Rafiki, the wise mandrill who understands that Simba's true enemy is not Scar, but his own guilt. Rafiki teaches Simba that the past can hurt, but it cannot be changed, and that running from it only gives it power. Through a vision of Mufasa and the stars, Simba finally understands that his father never blamed him and never stopped believing in him. Mufasa's words remind Simba of who he is and what he must become. In this moment, Simba accepts his destiny, not as a burden, but as a calling. Simba returns to the Pride Lands ready to face Scar and reclaim his place in the circle of life. The land he finds is broken, and the devastation strengthens his resolve. When Simba confronts Scar, the battle becomes one of truth versus deception. Scar attempts to manipulate Simba once more by reminding him of Mufasa's death, but this time Simba stands his ground. Under pressure, Scar's lies unravel, and the truth of Mufasa's murder is revealed to everyone. The final battle is fierce, not just physically, but emotionally. Simba fights not out of revenge, but out of love for his home and responsibility to his people. Scar's defeat marks the end of a dark era. As rain falls upon the Pride Lands, the land begins to heal, symbolizing renewal and forgiveness. Simba ascends Pride Rock as the rightful king, roaring into the sky as the circle of life is restored. His reign is shaped by loss, humility, and wisdom. Simba understands that true strength lies not in dominance, but in compassion and accountability. He rules, with the lessons of the past guiding his every decision. The Lion King is more than a story of lions and kingdoms. It is a timeless tale of courage, destiny, and identity. It teaches that everyone has a place in the circle of life, and that running from who you are only leads to emptiness. Through Simba's journey, the story reminds us that the past does not define us unless we allow it to. Redemption is always possible when we choose responsibility over fear and truth over denial. As the sun rises once more over Pride Rock and a new generation is born, the circle of life continues. The roar of the king echoes across the land, carrying with it the legacy of those who came before and the promise of those yet to come. The Lion King endures because it speaks to something universal: the journey from fear to courage, from loss to hope, and from exile to belonging.